if I was a buyer, right, and I really wanted a home, but the seller wouldn't budge on the price of the home, what kind of tips would you give me in order to, to get the deal together and to have me move into the home that I want?
Sure, that's a great question. I think in that situation, provided you have a buyer's agent, the first thing I would do is have my buyer's agent do a market analysis to make sure that you have a solid idea of what the actual value, the market value of the property is. Once you have that established, you have to see what the difference is between what the seller's supposed bottom line is and what your market analysis is showing. If your market analysis is showing that the seller's bottom line, or what you're able to get them down to, is in that ballpark, it's showing you that you may not be overpaying for it. Now, if the seller is a lot higher than what your range is, the best thing you can do is have your buyer's agent present your offer directly to the seller, which any realtor, anybody who belongs to the National Association of Realtors, would know that this is a request that should be allowed. Your buyer's agent should be able to sit and present an offer to the seller directly on your behalf, and that is the place where your agent is really going to come in handy as far as negotiation is concerned, because the statistics, the analysis that we provide is going to back up your position as far as what you're willing to pay. It's your argument. If you can't present an argument in terms directly to the seller, meaning if you present an offer to the seller's agent and then the seller's agent is a middleman to present your offer could lose a lot of steam, and you could really you could lose the property that you really want to purchase. So I think that's huge, definitely.
So it's kind of like not totally cutting out somebody, but really just providing all the facts to the person that needs them.
Exactly. It's being an advocate of your client. As a buyer's agent, that's the first thing I would do is request to sit down directly in front of the seller and present the offer as an objective offer, not subjective, totally objective. Use the facts, use the data, support your argument, and put your buyer's position at the forefront of the situation, but also to convince the seller that this is a great offer. You cannot let this pass you by. And the other thing I would also encourage people to do is, if you're in that situation, a nice touch would be to write a personal note to the seller that could be sent along with your buyer's agent, and let the seller know who you are, what you do, what your feelings are. Put a little emotional touch on it, and it may give you the edge, especially if there's multiple offers on the table. Not every buyer is going to know. If I write a note to the seller and tell them about my family and how much we love the property, that this is what we can do, and this is reasonable, and when you put that emotional that letter together, I've seen it work to my buyer's advantage before. It's made them get the house versus the other folks that have the offers on the table.
Joe, that's really great advice from a real estate professional.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Ruben.